welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
My goodness, he unloads on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Under fire. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mayava. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
How good is that for the D lineman, right? You know you're not going to get to the QB and get the sack, so just slow yourself down under control and knock the football down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw, it's Childs. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50, 3rd and long. On any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now, 1st and goal.
Slams it ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Powers forward. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Trojans! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, the defense has to be careful. When you've got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
The give to the single back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Marsh. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's McCray. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. off play action. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Gain of 22. First down for the offense.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Mayava. Thanks to grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Jordan. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Strachan. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the 1st, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback running on the draw. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. With the catch, it's Lemon.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Touchdown, Trojans! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Kelly. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Child. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And the defense makes him play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
The Spartans send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Hauls it in. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation to be best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It's good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Jukes his way for more. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To throw, it's Childs. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he gets you, big fella.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He's loose. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
They'll immediately call timeout.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Sanders. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mayama. Punts it out of the air. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And some room to work. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Mayama. Finds his target down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense got him at the 27.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
To the air, it's Childs. It's complete to the right. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Belling. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Got it behind the line. It's Kelly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. Nice move, creates some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And the Spartans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Michigan State.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
Coming out with it, it's Lemon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Mayava. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. And the Trojans need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's Drogon. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Sanders. Makes it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Lemon. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Gets it out quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Creates a little room. Wide open spaces. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They take the lead with the 6.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try.
And that keeps the score. USC 26, Michigan State 21.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Hits the seam wide open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Belling. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Michigan State 21.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Childs. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a wide open receiver. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
To the ground, he's got it again. Oh, he got loose. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
They'll try the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They send the tight end in motion, trying to power it in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver comes in motion. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's...
Touchdown, Sparty! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the 4th. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
To the air, it's Mayava. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Trojans will punt this one away. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a crease. It's Sanders. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Gives it on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Oh, he's got some space. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Spartans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. QB draw. Oh, better look out! And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle at Sanders.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Sanders. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires toward the target. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.